just tell me one thing. Were we wrong?
Yeah.
Damn it. All right. Well, welcome back then to episode 86. 5?
Yeah.
5? 6?
6.
6. 86.
86.
So I was wrong before. Fine.
Maybe
86 is what I meant to say then.
Yes, 86.
Yes. 86 of the Macbeef-Banquet Podcast. Yeah.
And I'm Miles. This is Henry. Let's get into it, I guess. It's not diddly-dally
Yes. Let's
any
discuss
longer.
the meat and the potatoes.
Were they good?
Them, stick them in a stew.
Were they good? Did you like them?
We both took it different directions. I liked All the President's Men. It was a good movie.
What about the president's women, huh? Did you like them too?
No.
Or just the men?
Just the men.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. I'm a terrible guy. But you know what they say? Knowing's half the battle.
So I like the movie. I thought it was really good. Let's see. It had Robert Redford, Dustin
Robert
Hoffman,
Downey Jr.
Dustin Hoffman, among other people.
It was written by a guy that you knew.
William Golding,
William Dafoe. Yep.
who did other such things. He wrote Princess Bride, the novel, and I'm sure he also wrote the screenplay for it too.
Is he related to Ellie Goulding?
I don't believe so. Goldman, sorry,
Goldman.
not Golding.
Okay. That makes sense.
He also did the screenplay for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance
And the
Kid.
Sundance Kid.
Also, apparently, Misery.
I am in misery.
Shit, I haven't heard that song in a while.
Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah.
You know what's up.
He also wrote Magic. The book. Have you heard of the movie?
I have heard of the movie.
It's weird, to say the least. Marathon Man. Pseudonym. Because I could have sworn that he had a pseudonym.
Maybe. It's
possible.
possible.
Here it is. That's what it was. S. Morgenstern. It's Harry S. Morgenstern or something like that.
Aha.
And
So
I remember...
There we go.
Watch, you don't even cut it out because you just wanted to scream.
I'll pull a Miles and keep that in. Anyway, keep going.
There was
Start over.
I was in a class called Books to Screen or something like that. Books to Movies. And we'd read the book, watch the movie, and talk about the differences or whatever. Anyway, we read Princess Bride, and our teacher hadn't really told us anything about it, and we were like, just reading along, and the author was S. Morgenstern, Harry Longbow, Longbow S. Morgenstern.
Harry Longbottom.
Morgenstern. And that was the author. And I was like, one day I was like reading through, I'm like, wait a second, this isn't the real author. Cause I started like looking it up. I was looking it up and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. And I like exposed the teacher. She lied to us. She said the author was S. Morgenstern.
But it wasn't.
But yeah, she was like, oh yeah, that's the pseudonym. Eli, what are you doing?
You trying to eat my mic stand?
No, there's a piece of grass right there.
Your cats, man. What is it with them and weed?
Hey!
What the fuck is he doing?
Knock it off. Anyway, that was just a whole spiel about William Goldman.
You know what's funny is that we're into movies, but I actually used to say that books are better than movies. Back in 7th grade. That has nothing to do with nowadays, but still.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
I won't say all of them.
And they make for good movies.
Yeah. I would say that, some books don't get turned into good movies a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the more popular ones, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Percy Jackson comes to mind.
Aragon.
Mortal Engines. Wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either.
Haven't they been doing like the Artemis Fowl stuff?
They did one.
They did one.
I heard it wasn't good, so I didn't watch it. I
I
never read
figured
it either. So.
I didn't either.
No, you read it, right? You read it, just didn't watch it. Yeah.
No.
All the President's Men, huh?
Yeah. So we really were a fan of like the deep focus stuff.
Oh yeah, it was
cool.
really good.
The staging was actually really well done.
For those who haven't seen it, it's like they'd have like Robert Redford in the foreground. I can think of one example. He's in the foreground, and then in the background you can see like the rest of the reporters, writers, or whatever looking at a TV, and they're both
watching a
like
story.
they're both relatively like you can see them very clearly.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I think the story on the TV had something to do with probably Watergate.
Yeah, it was I think about Nixon getting elected is what it was.
You're right. So you kind of have to like, it's kind of cool because you're keeping
reelected.
It's like, well, it's like it's kind of cool because it's like a newspaper station or whatever, because like there's like all these different things sort of happening, and you gotta kind of pay attention to everything. So that's kind of cool that they did it like that.
Yeah. Do you know how they would do that?
So there's actually
two focuses. I guess.
There's like some like I don't know if they're called diopters or whatever, but you can put them in front of the lens, and it'll sort of allow you to focus within, I think, 2 spots.
Like cut it in half almost.
I think so.
Cut the screen in half.
Yeah, I think something like that. So that they can kind of, and I think that is something you can do. If not,
is it like 2 lenses on the end almost?
Basically, because like because you put it in front of the lens. It's like a glass, almost like an adapter.
It like separates the.
I think so. Yeah, like a split diopter. I think is what they're called.
That's pretty cool.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I suppose I could be wrong on that, but that's my best guess. Because we actually haven't talked about that too much at school.
Well, it doesn't come up very often, I'm sure.
Right, it's kind of a unique application. Like most of the time, you don't need something like that, but
yeah, I could see it definitely works for this type of film too. Like it's like a not really a thriller, but like
it's suspenseful. I mean, it's got
a drama.
Yeah, like a
historical,
a little bit like almost like a noir kind
historical
of
drama. It's kind of what I would mystery. What is it like? I wouldn't say espionage, but political drama. Kind of thing.
Yeah. Because it was about Watergate.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know it was about that, so it was kind of cool to like I don't know, I guess find out as they were investigating.
I was mentioning the staging a little bit, and I really liked there was one because it rotated a lot between like the garage that he meets like the deep toot. Yeah, deep throat at. I just think of Fairly Odd Parents now, because I finally get that now. But yeah, so they rotate between like that, the news station,
and then investigating in people's
random
houses
apartments and houses. Yeah, and like there's one shot where when they're investigating someone. That like she's like obscured behind the lamp, which is kind of cool. Because it's like trying to remain like anonymous almost. You know? Like when someone wants to keep themselves anonymous because they're hacking your computer.
And wearing a V for Vendetta mask.
Yeah.
Or what is it? I forget what it's called.
V for Vendetta.
No, that's not the name. It's
the actual mask itself.
Yeah.
Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes. Yeah.
More
like Star Fox. Am I right?
Ooh, Star Fox. Yes. So anyway, but no, it was really good. I really enjoyed the story. We both really liked the ending too. I hadn't even thought about how they did it like that, where usually at the end of like a historical drama, this is what happened to all these people, and they were just writing it in the typewriter,
like a "Where's Everyone Now" kind of thing at the end of the movie, and they did that with like a similar thing they did. In like throughout the film, I think they did it like once or twice in the movie itself, but it was like they'd have like a typewriter kind of giving you news on what was happening, and it doesn't feel out of place.
Oh yeah,
like it feels like it's like someone actually is typing, and it feels part of the movie. And then they do that at the end to give you a "Where's Everyone Now" kind of thing.
Yep. Where's Waldo?
And yeah, it kind of takes you. You're like, oh, okay. So I wonder if there's, you kind of think there's gonna be more after it, but that's the end.
It. Yeah, it was great.
So that was really cool because most films, they just kind of throw that shit on screen and are like, here, read this.
Scrolling text or whatever.
Yeah. Oh no, they don't do scrolling text. They always just kind of like it slowly fades into view. Yeah. That's how they usually do it. But I'm glad. It was really cool the way they did this one.
Yeah.
Did you like Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman, or did you like one more than the other, or their characters or acting or whatever?
No, I think they both did a good job. I really enjoyed.
I do think Robert Redford was more of the main character.
Yeah.
But continue. Who were you going to say? You really enjoyed getting deep throated.
Yeah, absolutely. I always do. I enjoyed Dustin Hoffman.
Justin Hoffman.
Justin Hoffman. That's not his name. Dustin Hoffman as I don't even remember the guy's name.
What the? Yeah, they were like Woodward and
Bernstein.
Bernstein. The
Woodstein.
Bernstein Bears. Yeah,
The
Woodstein.
Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
The
Bernstein Bears.
Yeah. Well, but I enjoyed Dustin Hoffman's character because he was kind of snappy sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess like when he's on the phone with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was Bernstein, but we were making fun of the amount of times that he's like talking to that one guy and he's like, Jesus.
Oh yeah. The guy says Jesus, and then like a sentence later he says it this exact same way in inflection, like Jesus, Jesus. Just like he's pressing a recorder and he's got like just Jesus on standby, ready to say it.
But yeah, no, it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised a lot about that they used the garage as much as they did, just because like it's.
They used it like 3 or 4 times, I think.
Yeah. But like that's cool that they kept coming back to it too. Because like, I didn't expect it for some reason, even though I knew it was about investigating Watergate.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool because it adds like another element to it a little bit.
Adds a little bit of
Visually,
suspense too.
A little bit of suspense.
Yeah, because you're worrying. They have every once in a while they'd have like a car drive by or something.
Yeah, some of those like the whistling was eerie.
Yeah, you're trying to, you're getting into it with that scene.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You really feel like you're part of the action.
Because it's like and it's like the style's a little bit different. Like it still fits the movie.
Yeah, it feels more
but like it's
horror almost, kind of scary.
With the lighting and the aesthetic choices, which was kind of cool. Trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, I definitely enjoyed it. I would definitely watch it again.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. I would watch it again, guys. I want to make sure that that's clear. Are we clear? Crystal. A few good men.
Okay.
Anyway.
More like a few bad men.
Like us. We're good people.
He is.
Who?
You.
Kai?
Yeah, kind of. He's not a... Okay.
Anyway.
Enough fooling around.
Yes.
Yeah, we would recommend it.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely
I enjoyed
recommend it.
Yep.
It was really good.
Very good, yeah. It's kind of like, because I mean, not a lot like happens action-wise, but I think it's still an interesting and riveting story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially if you don't know anything about Watergate, which is myself.
Yeah.
I don't know much about
I knew
Watergate.
some of it, but like, I knew a little bit. I'm kind of a hipster buff.
And then you've got like
I've got
like a full like posters everywhere all over your
Yeah.
wall of Watergate because you're like a huge Watergate fan.
Well,
Like,
we were
damn,
making the joke that
so
like,
cool.
because there was like, I think it was Woodward was talking to someone or something, or I think he was talking to like one of the. He's talking to like some woman who's got his back turned. We were like thinking it's like really funny if it turns around and it's just Dustin Hoffman.
Oh yeah.
Or Bernstein. Like just turns it into a
for just
completely different.
For just
movie.
like for like a second, and then they never bring it up or anything. And it's just Dustin Hoffman as a woman, or I guess Bernstein as a woman.
Bernstein, yeah, impersonating a woman.
Yeah.
It's just like because it's like not a comedy at all.
Exactly.
But like
yeah.
it'd be like that's almost like an airplane joke, you know? You kind of thing.
You'd have
for
to,
that movie.
and you'd have to catch it. You'd have to really be paying attention.
Yeah, man. I mean, it'd be clever, but
yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
No, it was really good.
And this was on the
Unsurprising.
the AFI list, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So we can cross that off now.
I could see why. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Did you watch anything else this week?
No, I've been watching. I mean, you saw kind of what I was watching. I've been watching a channel called Nexpo on YouTube. Stands for Nightmare Expo. And I started out with watching their series of what is called disturbing things from around the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I got like really unsettled, and so I just did a deep dive into all of their other stuff, and it was really interesting stuff because they do a lot of like conspiracy theories,
Weddings,
creepy stuff, you
podcasts.
know. Yeah, dude, they do all that. And I've been getting like creeped out because like I have to go, the basement's like super dark and I have to go down there to like do laundry and shit at night. It's great.
Yeah,
Really, really creeps me out, especially being in the house alone sometimes.
Yeah,
it's really awesome.
Well, that ambient sound probably doesn't help in those videos.
Well, I'm not like, I'm not. Sometimes I'll just like, okay, I'm watching something else because I need to.
Yeah,
I need a good reset.
Like Kai.
Yeah. So, what have you been watching?
You
watch anything?
Yesterday I watched a really funny movie. I want to say it's the same guys. I think he said it was the same guys who did Airplane. But it's called Top Secret.
Interesting. Haven't. I probably have heard of it.
Yeah, it was kind of goofy. Because like I don't know. It's got that timing of like like Airplane, like a movie like that where it's kind of a comedic plot where it's still got a semblance of plot and like stakes and stuff or whatever, but like it's kind of silly at times too. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. David Zucker, Jim Abrahams, and Jerry Zucker all directed it.
Interesting.
I guess. But yeah, it's a comedy and it's a musical.
It's a musical
as well. Yeah, because it's like he's like the main character. I guess main character is this like American singer who comes over to Germany. I think it's after World War II or something. Where they're trying to like. It might even. I don't remember actually the exact time frame. It might be like. Okay. It came out in the 80s. So yeah, kind of probably towards the end of the Cold War then, when they're trying to like reestablish, like ties with Germany a little bit.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's like this American, like famous rock singer or something, and then comes over to Germany, and basically he helps this girl who, because there's like some weird stuff in the government and kind of spy stuff, and it's kind of just goofy and yeah, it was funny. I enjoyed it.
Interesting. Sounds good.
Yeah, just kind of fun, very silly. At one point, a guy gets shot because they tricked the security guard, like the security guard dogs, into thinking he's got like this dangerous package, and it's just a bunch of dog treats. But the guy gets executed anyway, and it's like this horrible thing.
Wow,
it's really funny. But anyway, just realized I've been talking really quiet. Anyway, It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
It's really good. I feel like there was something else I watched, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't know. I watched Up yesterday,
did you?
which I haven't seen since it first came out.
Yeah.
In like 2009. So
it's a good movie.
Yeah, it was. I was laughing a lot. There was.
So there was the beginning when his wife dies.
No,
Oh, yeah.
But there was one part where like, he hadn't like put the balloons up yet or whatever, and it was like the day before he's putting the balloons up, and they were getting mad at him, and he's like, and he's, I don't know, I made myself laugh like really fucking hard just by going like, I'm going up, I'm going away, you ain't gonna catch me, motherfuckers. And I was just laughing so fucking hard.
That'd be funny.
He's just like, I'm gonna go up.
I'm going up.
All right, so what we're watching next week is a little film I'd like to call, what?
I'd like to call it this, but that's not the title.
No, it's called Repo! The Genetic Opera.
Repo! The Genetic Opera.
It's just Repo. Repo! The Genetic Opera.
The Genetic Opera.
Looks like it's on Prime, Tubi, and Pluto.
And Pluto
TV.
Nash. Do you have Pluto TV?
I do. It's free.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think I do. Let me look. No, I deleted that one. But it's on. Free. No, I do. No, I do have it. I do have it. Yeah, it's a musical horror. I just randomly picked it. I was just like out of the blue. I'm like, yeah, man, this one looks good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Paul Sorvino.
Tony Soprano?
No. Ogre. Someone's named Ogre. Paris Hilton's in this one, huh?
Paris, yeah. Miles, you sound surprised a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. No, yeah, that's on me.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna like this one, Henry.
Yeah.
It looks like you're gonna like this one.
It's very interesting. Why did you pick it?
Thanks for listening to the Macbeef-Banquet Podcast. This has been Miles and
Henny G.
This was
Tune in next week
for
to see us. Not see us because we don't record video, but listen to episode 87 when we watch. After we've watched
Repo, the genetic
asshole.
opera.
The genetic opera.
On Amazon, Tubi, and Pluto.
On Amazon, Tubi, Pluto. Tudo.
All right, bye.
Toodles. Bye. Ow. To be